turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Ten seconds remaining.
Hyper.
Team Secrets turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Sniper.
Thank you, Dakota. That's right. Ben and I are going to be over here on the casting desk. After all, we had it written into our DreamLeague contracts that they couldn't expose this to more than 12 hours of slacks in a single day. So, otherwise.
Thank God.
Yeah, so we're finally away from that. We're over here on the casting desk. Ben, your thoughts on Vega Squadron versus Team Secret? We have some pretty interesting picks. The sniper last pick against the
remaining.
Viper.
I'm feeling it a little bit more too. I don't like the so much.
But
He is a good Viper though.
What is it about the Viper that you don't like?
He doesn't farm that quickly, and he doesn't, like, there's no time for him to really shine. Even in the laning phase, we just see, like, teams kind of just ignore him, and he doesn't punish other teams.
Yeah, he wins his lane, but it doesn't really feel like he really pressures objectives
for
that lane win, and he doesn't turn into some monster late game. So he just seems like you need some serious to get you into the late game. The other we're going to have a bit of a scuffle here in the mid lane, where Yapsor and Siomen Slayer going to match up as the classic TP smokeout play for those aggressive wards. Least you could say is that G is not going to have to focus too much on carrying. He's got a lot of synergy with the safe lane Faceless Void, as well as the off lane Enigma that Vega is going to be running. They've got a lot of control for this Viper to output damage later.
Yeah, I think he might have to get Lance first. I've also seen the Lightning build Viper, so he,
Mjolnir, yeah.
yep, spew disgusting lightning as well as disgusting poison.
It helps you farm a little bit faster, right? Clear through the waves. That's
30
one of the big
seconds
problems
to
in
battle.
Viper is you just don't have a fast farming mechanism like the Queen of Pain. And
He might also need a lance first though, because he does have a void on his team and have problems pew-pewing inside the chrono.
or you could just be better at position. Be a better player.
Okay, you're talking to the team that got 4-man black hole. So I think you just have to
With some
scratch
Rubik
that.
All right, so accounting for play, we're gonna have to make some better item decisions.
If you
Or
know
beat
you're
the
gonna get
Squadron.
caught, you have to account for it.
Positioning is pretty important in this game too, because we've got a sniper on the enemy team, right? You need to be able to have that initiation. They do have a lot of heroes to jump onto that sniper though. Both the Tusk and the Void have their own gap closing mechanisms, and we're later on to the game. Blink Dagger, Enigma, is that enough to catch the sniper out?
I'm not sure. I think one of the most annoying parts about playing Sniper versus Viper is if you shrapnel and Viper stands in it, you get corrosive the entire time.
Yeah,
it's,
you actually,
it's awful.
You could actually lose more HP.
But I'm not sure how he's gonna build it. And yeah, I don't actually think they have enough evolution because I think the Shaker dissuades a lot. Like, you don't really want to be snowballing in.
Yeah, you've got both Sniper as well as, well, Chaos Knight and Sanctity. You've actually got 3 really big frontline heroes that draw a lot of attention away from the Sniper. And even if you do get on top of them, you're going to have the Oracle that could potentially bail him out.
They do have the Assassinate to cancel the Black Hole if you precast it. We talk about precast a lot.
We'll see. If that actually happens, Ben, I'll give you the props, but I feel like most of the time it isn't.
Precast.
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 Top lane, Hezu does seem to be getting some okay farm, but hopefully he doesn't feed away First Blood here. Looks like he will. Silent managed to pick that one up. The Ancient Apparition has been a standard pick for him. He's kind of suffered in the support role, but it does seem like he feels at home when he's playing the Ancient Apparition.
Viper's getting slightly handled in the middle lane. Doesn't have that corrosive yet. Oh.
Missed Grow Strength there by Yapsar. Everybody talks about the Yapsar Rubik, and I think it's probably the best Rubik that we've seen so far this season. But he's got one hell of a large win rate on Sand King, but maybe I just brought him up a little bit too high. This is yet another Burrow Strike due to a quick reaction there from the Snowball.
Way to jinx him, dude.
Afterlife's enjoying the jungle time. He doesn't want to go up against the Chaos Knight. Too much kill potential.
I don't think it's that bad. At least he's denying the range. He's just popping in and out of lanes, so pretty good. Dude, I think most of these CKs pick it for the Immortals. They're like, I want, like, in their mind, they have the Immortals, so they're like, I need to play this hero.
Dude, you know how annoying that is when they spam the W? It's even worse now with the animation that you get from the Arcana, the Immortal.
Maybe that's how Ice Frog secretly buffs heroes, by giving them Arcana, the sweet Immortals.
Even though most Arcanas are pay to lose. They usually are a vote.
But they're golden!
You know, like
Austin?
the Caustic Strike? You know, like the Caustic Strike with the new Immortal is like super obvious when you have it on the creep wave. It's like this giant warning sign for the enemy team to stay away. Oh, mid one's gonna be jumped on here by the Snowball. Good block there from the Ice Shard. It's gonna be long enough for G to be able to close that distance, slow him down with help of the Ancient Apparition. They'll get 1 kill, possibly a second one here as Yapsor has to Sandstorm dodge a little bit of it, does not have a Burrow Strike to be able to get away, and Sioma Slayer does have some abilities up in just 5 seconds time.
Dire's top tower is
A little
under
bit of a
attack.
narrow path here. Yapsor doesn't have the Burrow Strike just yet. Almost has the mana for it, but it's not going to be fast enough.
Under attack.
Great rotation there and great setup by the Vega Squadron supports.
He's gonna die, might as well cancel Clarity, right?
Yeah, might as well turn and fight. Be a man, Yapsor.
Too used to making sick plays.
I feel like Ancient Apparition is one of the most awkward rotating heroes, but it does work very well with the Tusk, right? Because it blocks somebody in for so long that both feet have a chance to proc.
And I think he works pretty well with Icy Vortex too, because you limit the field a lot. There's a lot of zoning tools in the game. Midnight Pulse, Shrapnel, Tusk, Icy Vortex.
Dire's
be
middle
a hard
tower
field to
is
navigate.
under attack.
Midwan just continues the pressure though, not dissuaded whatsoever from that gank. Lays the chip damage onto the tower, one of the big advantages of the sniper, right? Ability to take that early tower, but it may be punished once again. Even Afterlife's gonna come over, see if help out with Alvis. They're gonna be able to get another great block from Sioma. Looking good on the Tusk. 0-4, Team Secret have yet to lay their hands.
Dally ho!
Dire's bottom
Yeah, Sniper
tower is
might be a
under attack.
liability here. I don't think he's gonna have the items to put himself in a good position. Now Vega can change their mind. They're like, oh, now we can build greedily. We're not behind. We don't have to care about positioning, right?
And the supports have the easy job on the side of Vega Squadron, right? They've got really easy hero to kill in the Sniper. The side of Secret, they've got nothing they could really do. In fact, Hezu, nice block out. Cold Feet does latch, but it's underneath the tower, so they're not going to dive kill. Especially not against level Earthshaker's got that aftershock. Look at him, like Yapzor and Puppey, I see them hanging around in mid, but what are they going to do? They can't even really close the distance. Burst Strike is too small to really be able to catch the Viper, and even if they did, it's mostly magic damage, in which case Corrosive Skin is going to be able to do a lot of that.
The Corrosive Skin has been prioritized on the Viper, 1 with 3 on him. MP doesn't look like he's going for the straight armor run. Treads at least in time. I wonder if he's going to go mad. It seems like he really likes mad. Throws it on
Yeah, we saw
PL.
the Phantom Lancer. That was weird. Are you a fan of the Mask of Madness, man? I feel like you would be just because it's a very efficient farming.
Yeah, but you can't cast your spells. That's the
Not good for
bottom
fighting,
tower
but
is
good for
under
farming.
attack.
I think it's good on Troll, especially.
Sure.
I like it on Lycan a lot. Other ones, I would say like 50-50. I don't like it on Void.
What about Sven?
Sven, oh yeah, Sven's also really good. Forgot about him. But some heroes where you need to cast spells, like PL for example, where you need to stop reading around, or you can like reveal the real one. When you have illusion heroes, I think it loses a lot of value because then your illusions are just there for damage. They're not there for the surprise factor. They outplay.
Chaos Knight is doing all right in farm. Unfortunately, a lot of it has been denied away by the Enigma, so he's only 7 CS right now, slightly being outdone by the Faceless Void. But a free farming Chaos Knight is a bit of a concern, right? Because he does hit such a powerful peak when he gets that if he gets build.
Yeah, they don't have good AoE to deal with it. I want to see what Viper builds after the treads.
Radiant's
Can
top
determine
tower
a lot
is
to the
under
mid game.
attack.
If he goes for something like Maelstrom, it's good versus CK, but he might also die a lot because he goes for last cannon build.
Yeah.
And if he goes for...
They already have
Dire's
one
bottom
blast cannon
tower
core and
has
Faceless
been
Void,
denied.
who's easily countered by Chaos.
Yeah, they might need more armor. I wonder if he's going to go Vlad's early on Faceless Void too. I think Void's build is pretty difficult this dude because you also want a lot of AoE to deal with the CK illusions, but you also need to survive so you don't die in the multiple stuns that Secret have.
Yeah, I feel like eventually he has to get a Blink Dagger sometime in his build because it's just too dangerous to go into Earthshaker, Chaos Knight, Sand King without having that extra bit of mobility. I feel like he can't really be on the
Yeah, maybe that's what, like, I think one can go tanky and one, like Viper can go tanky and then Faceless Void can come in, or maybe Faceless Void can go tankier and then Viper can go for Maelstrom. I don't know if they actually like coordinate that out.
What's a tanky Void?
Vanguard case, we don't like it so much here.
Saw the old Lincoln's build on the...
Yeah, Lincoln's is pretty good. Manta, Vlad's, like the of HP/armor items, I think it is. Taking 8 strength at level 2.
I'd be a fan of Lincoln's if it wasn't Illusion. You know, because Lincoln's really good versus Sand King. It's actually pretty good versus Chaos Knight as well.
But the snowball save.
Shioma does have a pretty hefty workload. Hezu is going to be gone on here in the side jungle, but this does leave an opportunity for Secret to get some vengeance. They managed to get that 1 kill, but a 1 second stun really isn't enough to be able to go on to Aloha. And Seju's going to back up, turn himself instead onto Shioma Slayer. Do manage to pick up that 1 kill. Faceless Void. Time does manage to get a time walk deeper into the jungle. Way through a tree, goes for the TP out, and barely. And we're back. Hello.
Hello.
That was just our jovial. Been great hanging out with them.
Great joke. Supposed to play it off like it's
Radiant's middle
no.
tower is under
never
attack.
mind.
Dire's
Joke
top
over.
tower is under
I thought you were
attack.
calling them depressing people or something.
No, no.
Puppy is dead. That's a depressing thought.
Joke.
Faces Void into Chronos here. They're going to be able to get the extra kill onto the sniper. That's worth a whole lot more.
Radiant's
than just
middle
plain
tower is under
Oracle.
attack.
MP in the meantime has rotated it up to the top lane. After that pressure with the Faces Void, they barely managed to miss that kill. He's going to try and take that rotation, make the most of failure. See if he can take that safe lane tower away from Vega.
We call it opportunities for the supporters.
Well, there's no one farming bottom right now for Secret, so I'm not sure what the supports are really making most out of this opportunity. They're still sitting around this sniper knowing that he's been so heavily pressured by Vega. They gotta try and put a stop to that.
Wow. They're actually going for builds that are kind of countered by AA. We see Mask of Madness coming up on Sniper, and we see Armlet coming out on Chaos. AA, very good versus both of these items.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
a
under
bit
attack.
of a scuffle there to Silent being gone on by
MP.
MP. Poppy ultimate does get a little bit lucky, gets an extra illusion that's going to help try and burst down the hero, but a black hole comes in just in time to be able to stop that one. Afterlife is here to save its allies.
Dire's middle
No
tower
need to go
is
into the
under
grave there.
attack.
1-8 Vega Squadron can continue quite the dominant lead here. Distinct kills, and it looks like the network is still favoring them pretty heavily as well. Midwalk going to be caught here by G. Puppy comes in, tries to save him, tries to disarm the Viper. Not going to save him. They do manage to stop his TP out, but it's still a Viper at the end of the day. A hero that is going to be tough for these supports to actually fight by themselves. The Earthshaker is coming across from the mid lane, but he's just not going to be there
Radiant's top
fast
tower
enough.
is under
Kezu,
attack.
maybe the block off. They do have a TP coming in. Chaos Knight is here. Now we've got some physical damage. Maybe they can actually bring down the Viper. 2 seconds done only, but they do have the disarm there as well. Snowball stay brought onto Kezu, but he does manage to get the shrine up. First round gets the stun to finish things off. There goes the Earthshaker as well. He's going to lock down the Tusk. They're going to be able to catch Silent as well. Vega Squadron have completely overextended themselves, feeding away what was supposed to be just one core into a core and the other two supports as well. And Secret, well positioned, trying to get some
Radiant's
damage
top
onto
tower
that mid
is under
tower.
attack.
Oh, I was watching another team on Dire, but that's the Vega we know.
Dire's middle tower is under
No,
attack.
Vega Squadron like to be able to run in.
No,
Leave a friend
they get their lead and they're like, oh, they're very comfortable with the lead. They're like, oh, let's get more out of it. Let's control their jungle. And then something terrible happens. That was a nice attempt for a shard block, though. He's trying to block the CK off the shrine, so that was pretty smart. I think if he had successfully gotten that block over any other hero.
Oh, look at this. Epicenter being lined up here. What a beautiful play from Yamster. The team that actually pays out, though. Silent, not quite dead from it. And they are going to be able to get the full piece. Nope, doesn't actually lock an MP, but they do manage to stun him up. Now they have the Chronosphere. And it looks like what was supposed to be kind of a bait in ends up being Secret. Who the one who baited into Vega Squadron. They managed to pick
Radiant's
up
bottom
2
tower
kills
is under
off of
attack.
that. They lost their mid tower, though, and that's still going to bite them. Still going to feel the pain.
Radiant's
so they're going to try and
bottom
even it
tower
up
has
here.
fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Enigma's had a game.
Radiant's
Is he
middle
bringing
tower
in the
is under
minus
attack.
now of the Curry?
Radiant structures are
13-minute
fortified.
minus, not too bad.
Dire's top tower is
Faster he
under
gets to
attack.
that level 15, that's when we really start amping up
Dire's top tower has fallen.
experience.
Sniper.
Sorry, cooldown. But Minwan's having a hard ass game, and now it's Kezu. Oh, Kezu actually got hit by the neutrals. Well, lucky duck. Vega Squadron denied that kill. Still up by 2k.
Got it.
Poor Blink Dagger.
They still have all this big team fight that's going to be tough. I feel like Team Secret have a very mid-game focused lineup, but at the end of the day, the mid-game can still go terribly for them if Vega Squadron get the right black hole or the right Chronos.
It could even go worse for them if they don't get their Blink Daggers. Kezu, yeah, he died in neutrals, but still on his way to Blink Dagger. His thinking is about a fourth of the way through. So that's what, maybe like 5-6 minutes left that they need.
V, quite proc there of an MP, feeling facing that one. They're not getting very lucky on these stuns. I feel like the longer stuns would be better for you now.
He has level 1 stun. That's,
Oh, yeah, that
can't
would
get
explain
really-
why. I guess 2 seconds is lucky, huh, man? Is that, do you feel like that's the better build right now? Where you max out Reality Rift with minus armor, and then you get that potential crit, just delivers a ton of
debatable. I think it's
Radiant's
better for
middle
your
tower
mana
is
pool
under
because
attack.
not many of the Chaos Knights get them in the mana region. It's usually like Strength, Treads, and Armlet, and they usually consume their mango very early on. So if you're limited by mana, I think the Reality Grift is way better for damage per mana.
It's also better for when you actually pop your ultimate, right? Because you're talking about a heavy amount of disadvantage Reality Grift. Critical.
You can look at it the other way though. If they're locked down for longer, you can do more damage. I think both builds are pretty good, depending on your mana. Like if you have a CM, I would say stun is a little bit better.
Look up here from Vega Squadron. Like Team Secret have a whole lot of vision out right now. It's mostly defensive. Man, if Mid-1 dies again. Just picked up level 9, has his Mask of Madness, but he's still such an easy kill. Vega Squadron. Playing pretty aggressively here.
Yeah, right on top of them.
Nice read. Yapsor's in a position to be able to make this one there. Great way in. He's actually going to launch Wheelman inside the jungle. Wheelman is going to quick kill onto the Ancient Apparition. Now, Yapsor with the Epicenter is going to be able to help get an additional kill onto the Enigma. Disaster strikes his Vega Squadron once again. Try and go past that tier 1 mid tower. It seems cursed. Vega Squadron doing fight after fight as they push themselves past that river.
That was so obvious. I think they also could have just sieged with the Viper in front. I don't really see anything stopping them, but now I think another death.
Mango Slam, there's the chain stun. Finish off. Low hop. And that's your, I think that's your highest net worth hero. Another big kill for Team Secret. Very rapidly getting themselves back into Blink Dagger territory because he's now and Yapsor.
Yeah, the last couple of minutes were pretty terrible for them. Ideally, they could get the mid T1 tower and then they keep farming and don't give any kills to the that need Blink Daggers. But instead of off the path, now they're in a pretty terrible position because Basis Void, Winter's got he was agi transforming.
So you think Vega Squadron, like they're just playing their, say, too fancy, too kill focused, they could have just, with the lead that they had, kind of run at that mid tower with the Viper, and if they go on Viper, then so be it.
I don't think they, like, look how hard it was for them to kill the Viper. It was like a 3-on-1, 4-on-1 situation, like in really deep into Radiant territory. So as they're very, very heavily, and they
Black Hole, but the Ice Blast is gonna miss, but percentage-based damage of Midnight Pulse looks like it is gonna be enough to, whoa, MP! Armlet toggling, even a Reality Rift to get that extra bit of jump away. The Ancient Apparition to hit the Ice Blast. Yapsor, meanwhile, does manage to get a kill on Sioma Slayer near that mid-tier tower. Bit of a bungle there from Vega Squadron. Is this Team Secret, can they take advantage of that, knowing that Black Hole's down? Or do they continue to play defensively and keep farming for mid-1?
As they get mid-1, actually, he's really hard now. He's almost tied for the top 4 are all pretty close.
Comeback, nice.
Yeah, I think they could have also taken advantage of the like right after saying he was trying to block, they could have fought around that area a little bit more instead of trying to sweep to the north side where it's there's a much harder choke to fight into. Like Sand King, Shaker, Sniper Kings here are really good in fighting in a really tight choke point. Whereas if you just right click the mid tower just like this, it's pretty easy.
Radiant
like they could have just done this.
Puppy did TP down to bottom lane. NP mid. This could be just to ensure a successful
Radiant's middle tower soon denied.
Puppy TP bottom. I think he wanted to make sure that Yapsor was able to farm bottom lane successfully. If he was Chronosphere, be able to have
invisibility.
This game looked quite good for Vega Squadron. First 12 minutes. Tower. You have the initiation, but Mid-1 is definitely dead, thanks to a successful Ice Blast landing.
Oh, that's good.
But what are they going to be able to do from this? They've already taken the mid tower. In fact, they lost it to a 9 from mid.
All the people are finally down though. For both sides, that is. See if there's going to be any farming on this one. It looks like Viper's still going for a Hurricane Pike, so still wants a team fight. And Faceless Void also going for a Manta Style, so more team fight on both sides, I would say. Alternatively, they could wait a bit longer for it. They could hit right, which I think is like level 50. But now it's like King and the rest of the Seeker are going to have to end in the next 5 or 6 minutes because of these 2 Blink Daggers really paying off for them.
Ancient Apparition is kind of deceptively tanky with I don't know what it is. It just every single time he lays down the ice vortex. That time around they committed the full episode. What's the difference, by the way, between the Basis Void when you go Diffusal Blaze first and when you go
Manza's way better when you get like if you have some sort of save, but I don't know. They don't actually have like a great save for him. Like if you get Echo, you're just dead. If you get Fisher, you're also like dead. If you get Burrow Struck, Epicenter, you're also dead. So it does give you HP. I do like that part.
Can you disjoint the Chaos Bolt?
You can, but usually you're not going to lead it on with a Chaos Bolt. It's going to follow up after a very reliable stun. So I think the main difference is you get that big HP from the Orb, and that combined with Strength Shreds and the Strength Talent level 10 puts you into that territory where you will be able to time walk off and survive that burst, which I think is incredibly important. I think there's been so many team fights decided by Basis Void not having 200 HP or having that 200.
So from the Hurricane fight, do you think our Viper does start building more damage? It's like, what is that?
That's that he went the other game too. I think he went Lance into after. Oh, it was something very similar. I think the Lance is necessary when you have a Void on your team, and when you're versus Sniper, and when you're the main building hitter. There's a lot of reasons why he definitely needs to fight.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I'm curious to see after the SNY what he goes for.
Ancient Apparition throws an Ice Blast to the Roshan pit. Scouts out Secret. We're heading in that direction with the bottom lane being pushed in. I think they're maybe thinking to themselves, okay, if they're going to push that bottom tier 2, let's happily trade it. Let's get that extra life.
You might see like a play coming out from Secret where they try and like bait out the big ultimates. They might lose a fight like 3-1, let's say, and then they go straight into the Roach pit. It's pretty common when you're playing against Void. So like it might not even like land like, okay, let's take a fight, and then go slightly poorly, but Vega blow their ultimates. So that's something that Vega have to be very cautious about, not using many ultimates, or just being better about playing around the Roshan pit so that Secret can't take it down very, very quickly.
So try not to overkill.
Yeah,
you don't need
overkill is, but at the same time, you're versus Oracle, so you might need as many ultimates as you can. So they're in a pretty tough spot right now as to how to proceed in the next couple of team fights. They do have that good ward though, but it doesn't see anything yet.
Smoke is already popping. Sioma Slayer leading the way. Well, yeah, Flare does manage to get the first strike in, but Sioma is causing a lot of havoc. Does manage to get a pretty good Ice Blast, but the big ultimates on the side. Aloha Dance is actually going to go for one. Black Hole on to just MP, but they do manage to get the Oracle save there. MP, is he going to be able to turn and do anything with this one? His illusions have already been cleared out. Echo Slam laid out. They're going to try and burst down Aloha Dance here with the Faceless Void. Has that Manta, but is unable to be able to get it off. He still is going to be able to get his team to win, though. They managed to pick up 4 members of Team Secret G, leading the damage out there. And, well, there's your team fight, Ben. They did use both their big ultimates, but
Radiant's bottom
they also had
tower
Arcane
is
Rune
under
on
attack.
Afterlife. They also had the BKB. That was why Vega spoke in the first place and why Secret lost the fight. The Black Hole, yeah, it only caught the CK, but it also caught all his illusions, and without his illusions, so I think it was still a pretty good Black Hole despite it being false promised off.
fallen.
And yeah, with Arcane Rune, I think the window for Sniper and the rest of Secret to take advantage of it and take Roach is just way too slim. I don't even know if they noticed. They probably noticed close to the tail end of the fight. He's like kind of pinkish already. Dude, some of those runes are impossible to see. Like Wisp with DD,
yeah, they are
one of the notorious things.
especially with some of the Arcanas that make them look like they already like have some sort of aura on them.
Those are pay to win.
The Vega Squadron, I feel like, can they actually chill out? And
Yeah. Dude,
there's no rush for them, right? Because they have such big team fight, game-winning ultimates.
Enigma later in the game is GG with the right items, and he's honestly there. Just needs Blink, Octarine, Refresher, which sounds like a lot for Enigma with its early for Midas and the cooldown reduction already. It's only going to be like 20 more minutes, which what is CK going to do against? You get hard, you still get Midnight Pulse down.
It's going to be a pain in the ass to push into high ground against Sniper and Earthshaker, but that's maybe where caution preach, right? Where we just say to Vegas, chill out, control the map, keep farming until you have such an over advantage.
If they're too slow at moving out their base, then you just blow a Beagle first. You just like Black Hole Carlos Spiral person with AA only. So like I think they even have like the turtle on high ground under control as long as they don't suicide into the teeth. So
They've already suicided into
Very likely.
tier 1s. Top 3 net worth, all the big cores of Vega Squadron sitting 10K, while Chaos Knight, highest score of Team Secret, to break that ground.
and you see what I meant about the Faceless Void. Like if he had like 5 more strength right there, he would have lived the last fight. Or if he like didn't die the one time when he had agi treads instead of strength treads, he might have been able to live in that situation. So like Faceless Voids are always on that point of like how much HP do I actually need before I. Still looks like you might need more HP, or just watch your positioning.
Is level 20.
I think it's GPM versus.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember there.
Yeah, it's pretty late though.
Yeah.
Usually by that time you have BKB, but I still see the help. The majority of it.
He's going to Fuse Blade, maybe he gets health.
Perhaps. The Fuse Blade is incredibly good versatile.
Now have a sniper shot. Not sure how much he's going to be able to do, but perhaps paired up with your Shaker ult and King.
Silver Edge is really good for Sniper. I think we saw it in the other game too.
Breaking the corrosive skin. A lot of that damage.
Oh, yeah, and you mentioned the Faceless Void going Manta versus also really good for Disarm on Oracle.
Center being called up here. Yeah, Sword goes for the Rogue Strike, doesn't actually manage to land it onto Aloha Dan, and good turnaround here. Afterlife with the Black Hole locking down 2. They do manage to get the Oracle ultimate out on Kezu. Enough time for him to be able to get the Echo Slam, but it's not enough to lock down Aloha Dan. So Kezu's just going to throw down that ultimate and then die immediately. A 1-2 exchange, but now he's over here locking in, and he's Chaos Knight with the illusion. Afterlife going to be and add some additional disable. They're trying to save the Chaos Knight, lessening some of that magic damage thanks to the Oracle, but it looks like Viper's just going to be able to stick on top of it. And if they're not careful, they could lose more here. Puppy, the Oracle is ult's going to be caught. The only escapee, whatever you want to call it, sniper, mid-one sniper is able to get away. Vega Squadron continue to remain dominant.
That was a great Chrono.
Dire's
Catch
top
both of their
tower
Blink
is under
initiators
attack.
with Chronosphere. One gets False Promise, but Ursula can still
Radiant's
get
middle
after
tower
that.
is under
Oh, you
attack.
mean the Black Hole?
Oh yeah, the Black Hole. Yeah, the Black Hole was great.
Yeah,
Those are the 2 ideal heroes to get.
excellent
Radiant's
by
middle
Afterlife.
tower has
And they brought
fallen.
this up on the panel, right? The fact that we're that there are no disables to be able to stop this.
Free cast
Recast
assassinate.
assassinate. Is that what you want Mid-Wan to be doing? He's got a Mask of Madness too. It's a little antithetical.
Well, ideally you can position, but as we've seen today, that's just simply impossible in the majority of situations. You have to try and go for the difficult, yet only play, like blinking and hookshotting on a clockwork.
Yeah.
It's gotta go for it.
Afterlife has to play out of vision most of the time. He knows what a big swing is. Even harder for a sniper to get that vision.
You can just get a Lincoln's too.
That is also. He really feels like it. Oh, I highly doubt assassination. Like here, Kezu brings the lockdown, does the additional 0 Super Slayer, tries to make the snowball stay. Doesn't get it. And he will die to the Team Secret 5-man gank.
This
Just
is
open themselves up. Roshan, maybe?
Yeah, this is the timing that they really need to be careful about. You use your ultimates, and then Secret are trying to go for a big play to Roshan. And right now, like even if they did have buyback, they still wouldn't be able to make it in time. Black Hole's still down for 17 seconds, and they got a +1 silence, so.
Get the vision. Guys, next. Yeah, you're right. A Vega Squadron, they can hold Roshan at 5 without their ultimates, right? They get Midnight Pulse, Ice Vortex, Ice Shard Command, that sort of thing. But they just can't afford to actually be picked off and not right.
That's generally the cycle, though. You win a big team fight, you go back to performance when you're basically getting careful not to be lulled into that same sense just because of the way that these teams play around these big ultimates. Now they've given up a pretty big advantage, and they have to give it to the CK because the CK is the one that is far more likely to die in the team.
So what did Vega Squadron do wrong? It's like, what should it they've been doing? Play more conservatively,
It's not
play
far.
high ground
Like,
areas?
like if all 5 of them are missing off the map, you just sit there on your shrine and have sentry wards and place observer wards, and you can place either the Icy Vortex, or you can place the around the pit and float it around the shrine, just so you know that when they're coming up the hill or if they're trying to sneak roach. You can find one or the other pretty easily. Or you can even scout with Eidolons. All of them are okay, but like you'll see I think the Chinese teams are way better about doing that. Is realizing the smoke ganks coming. Like, because the Secret doesn't have that many opportunities. They were like 10k goal behind. That's pretty much the only play they can do is either wait for Vega to botch the ultimate unreliable, or wait for them to use the ultimates when by him and go for the goal when and now there's
the jumping ankle play, they managed to lock down a lot of damage to get the faces void, but the black hole save. They're going to be able to save, but can they output the damage? They're trying to finish off NP, but he got the Oracle save. I have no idea what kind of HP he's going to end up after the end of it. G is perfectly fine. So there goes that Aegis. Round 2 of the Chaos Knight. Not an ultimate in kind of a bad situation. Directly locked under by the Chrono Spear. There's not much this hero can do to stop it unless the Absor comes in, tries to help out again. The face of Void is able to live, gets the time walk away, but the time walk forward into the sniper, which means he will still die. Now G stands tall, but Midwan in the back lines has the distance and able to get a lot of pokes there onto the Viper, forcing Vega Squadron to retreat. Absor is going to pursue. Slowing down G, he's at half HP. If they can actually just get a shrapnel on top of mid, they can pursue, but he did have that Hurricane Pike push. Gets the extra distance away. So not a terrible fight for Team Secret, but not a game changer.
Yeah, it was a push. No idea why Faces Void tried to go in. Maybe he thought he could like get close to the sniper and prevent a lot of his damage output, but the Dragonlance, he is way far away from the fight.
What's he going for that ultimate? Oh, he's going to the Silver Red. Yeah.
And they need to pick off the Oracle in the fights too. The Oracle is going to be a pretty big problem. And now he can kind of save 2 people, one with False Promise and one with his Unmercape EO combo.
I love this talent choice by Sioma. The other choice is the 90 GPM, but instead he goes for the 150 snowball damage, which is a lot. It's also enough to instantly creep wave Ice Shard. So it does kind of serve as a farming method.
I'm a 4 player. I want to go for GPM.
I know you would.
Especially
you would have
this
thought,
board.
what if this game goes 40 more minutes?
I mean, what's his GPM right now? It has to be pretty low. 195. So you're like increasing your gold income by 50%.
Yes,
that
but again,
talent.
Snowball is still a farming mechanism.
Yeah.
Now, so.
But speaking of mechanism, he doesn't have his.
Not. That's where he needs that GPM.
Sacrifice
One way or another.
For the other. KB next on Viper.
Are you at all concerned that, like, this is Viper's peak, right? It's big, he's bad, his magic damage and full damage are still very relevant, but he does kind of dropping off from
Did you see Knoxville's stats about how many games Viper can play?
It is one of the great BKB going to be popped here by G. Turn around Black Hole, jumps on the NP, but it's still the primary damage dealers. They're just going to lock down. This Chaos Knight feels completely irrelevant in many of these team fights, but Kenji was not. He gets the lockdown, almost gets a low hot dance, but again, they just do not have enough burst damage to go break him down. Now Midwan's going to be caught on, looks like G managed to close that distance with the help of the Ice Shards. They lock Midwan in. Mal's stopping the TP. Yapster is trying to make his getaway, but Sandstorm not going to protect him. So 3 down. Secret may just have a high ground push coming their way.
Radiant's top tower.
Okay, that's just when you know your team fight is inferior. When you just get like 1-man ulti
Radiant's top
with
tower
Enigma.
is
Like it's
falling.
a CK. CK can't hide in the fight. You can't just sit in the back and do nothing. That's Sniper's job. So as soon as he shows, he just gets black hole. And if you only black holes one person, and you don't have anything else to pull up, you're either too far behind or your team fight's just really weak. And what was supposed right now? Now their chrono wasn't even used.
Yeah, bizarre. A little bit of fate. Does manage to get the burrow strike now onto Faces Void, but he just seems to be too tanky. As long as the Chaos Knight is in the fight, which most of the time Vega Squadron prioritizing him, the sniper just kind of like poke, but he just time walks off the damage.
But look at the way G approached that fight. He just walks in.
Yeah.
With BKB. He's like, I need to get vision. I need to find out where these strength heroes are so that my teammate can make the play. That's why I like G as a mid player. He knows how to win the team fights. He knows he's not there to do damage. That's secondary priority. First, just get vision for his team and get spells cast on him. Like, as soon as they cast any spells, they're going to get corrosive and then they can't blink, and then the team fight is way easier for Vega. So that's, like, Viper is, most of the time people think of agility heroes as damage dealers, but that's not the case for Viper. He's completely different in that regard.
Definitely
Top dear Viper player. If you want to see sick plays with Viper, watch G.
It is one of his known heroes, right? I think when I think of G, then I think of Queen of Pain first. Then I think Viper and
I think that's like any core player's like nightmares to be known for your Viper.
that's Vada would just yeah, I'm down with that.
But you don't want to be known for your Viper.
It's just
You want to be known for having good Viper, but you don't want to be like the hero that you're good with.
that's true. It is not like the highest playmaking potential hero.
Amazing Viper. The way
Really good at right clicking. He's good at running into the enemy.
yeah, sword wrapping around behind with an invisibility rune.
About to wear out and secret or not. Yeah, I'm sorry. So end up getting
A Digma.
get to the back line. This whole entire time, like, Sniper has been kind of, like, sit in the back line and he's been allowed to, but his damage just hasn't been potent enough to be a threat. And now, once, like, his damage is beginning to become a real thing, but now he's going to have to feel so much more pressure to take some space. I feel like Loa Dance is going to start using that blink to get to the back line, get to the Sniper. Black Hole for the Chaos Knight, Chronosphere for the Sniper, wham bam, you're done.
Yeah, I actually don't like favor his build too much too. I think he actually just needs a BKB on the Chaos Knight. I think HP is generally pretty good, but versus Midnight Pulse, it's not that great. And maybe even like a good for him might not be the worst thing in the world, just because like how much he needs to take.
Radiant's bottom
his
tower
job
is
is
under
also
attack.
to take damage this game, not to do damage with Phantasm, because we've seen how easily the Phantasm will die. Because he gets Midnight Pulse ultied every time.
I think ultimately it's like the item choice can only do so much for you.
That's what you have to do. That's the only thing
I'm just saying, like, I think they really need to focus on getting the initiation onto Vegas.
They can't though. The Viper's in front. Like, look at him. He's in there. He's deep.
Gotta get a wraparound, Ben.
Yeah.
Get a wraparound. Try to kill Kazu, unsuccessful. Poor staff, TP. We're gonna have a butterfly soon on the Viper. I think Sniper is built.
So they do need to stick together though. Vega. I think they can still easily get picked off. Like any of their heroes can die due to chain stun. Maybe not G, but they can just play safe. And if they get the next Roshi, should be okay for them to at least start sieging the trees. Or sorry, the rags. Brian's already down.
Seems like they're already making slight adjustments in the force positioning. They're kind of farm jungle areas. One's pushing out waves. No, but Smoke King's coming. It's most likely going to be hitting those first, which they're.
They just had the sigil inside the pit, and now they're huddled around like close to the front. This is what they should have done the last time the Roshan was taken down. They didn't have their ults, but
Yeah, so makes the jump in. Nice blast. Looks like it's going to be able to hit much there. The Tusk is going to be. Oh, what a beautiful Chronosphere. They're going to be able to lock down so many heroes. They take out the Oracle first, follow this up with the Black Hole. All three of those heroes dead. Chaos Knight is not locked down this time around, but nothing he could do anyway.
great Chronosphere. Yeah, from Aloha. They don't really need Roche. That's the thing about Secret. Like they know they have to play around the Roche pin right now, and if they give up Roche, they're just gonna fall way too far behind.
Radiant's top barracks
Void
are
can.
under
Like
attack.
they've been pretty close to killing a Faceless Void, which may win the game.
As he jumps in, goes for Aloha Dance, but he needs to point out Aloha Dance, takes most of the damage off the sidewalk, and he's kind of stuck. He managed to kill the Tusk, but he can't follow up on any additional heroes. All that sticky ice vortex there from the Ancient Apparition really looking to his ability. Unable to pursue Vega Squadron back away. That has been used as support.
Their ults are down.
Played
Most
safe.
important.
Yeah. Played safe, played for Roche.
Yep. Take it easy. Yep. Go. CK has heart. This is kind of like their. I mean, those illusions still. I think he had it before that fight too. And then,
Last pick is. No, last pick. Does not feel like it.
sometimes
They picked it like third, I think, into the Faceless Void. And, like, I initially thought, like, oh, that's great. Great versus.
trying to think of other items he could have gone that would have been better too. BKB also still gets owned by Midnight Falls. You can't really get lifesteal because of AA. I don't know. So maybe a solar on one of the supports, but that's kind of poor, so help all. But it helps a lot if you're Viper. You don't need to build BKB or Bloodthorn at all.
It's not really a mid-tier that's going to give to you. Black because I feel like that's where a large part of the problem comes in, is that no matter what the Chaos Knight does, there's going to be black holes and there's nothing to stop it.
You mentioned Silencer, I think, was one of the few ones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But not really run into it. And it's also a terrible matchup for Viper. Good luck, Ursula.
And it's another hero that's easily gained. I think Squadron already showed their prowess in their 4 position. Husk.
I would say Afterlife has been playing very well in Enigma though. He's always casted his Midnight Falls towards Black Hole. Always pops his BKB before he blinks in. There's no random chance to stun. And he always gets the or it's Black Hole. Or Black Hole.
Ice Blast. Oracle save is there, but I think it's still enough damage.
I don't know.
Maybe not.
Okay, well. He's at that point where he's like so farmed like one Black Hole is not that big a deal. Or maybe he's going for the juice with a refresher.
He was a little.
You can sell your minus. You can sell your minus for that.
If I was losing and the enemy team was pushing my high ground, then you. Here, I'm pretty sure Vega Squadron would have no luxury of time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As you can see, Secret are still plenty scared, despite knowing Black Hole is down.
They don't know how close he is. They know he's building it.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Builds. X is full.
Illusion.
I wonder if we're going to hyper. He's really hard to deal with.
He is hard to deal with, but
I think G just plays it way better than other teams. I'm not sure.
I mean, I think he also got in some ways a very free lane because he had supports that could actually gank for him.
Yeah.
Sinking into Viper is very difficult. You're like, how do you figure out what to do, you know? They're like, I've got a 300 range stun. It doesn't really catch him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Illusion.
Is that Chrysalis then?
I'll take all tribute.
Oh, by G, it's Viper.
Armageddon. Where did you go?
Rapier time for Sniper. I think it's about Rapier.
Maybe after the MVP. Even with Rapier.
You already have
got
headshot
that
though. You have headshot.
I guess.
Headshot. But then
I don't know how that math works. But
35. I think it's also really good at killing an Enigma. Yeah, I think you can actually kill the Enigma. Black Hole.
bop, bop, bop.
Maybe.
All right, Ben, I'm down.
Okay.
Fine Rapier. I'm always in for those games. You know where you're losing. You know you're losing. You lose. I'm down to like just flip the table. You know. Poor Silent. Still though, that is a Chaos Knight ultimate down. And well, apparently so BKB even used. They think they found the real one. They're sure they found the real one. It's somewhere in here. I swear to God, it is. But they've been deceived.
Yeah, they probably didn't know he had heart. So. The normal illusions. But it's just Silence life.
The Apps are trying to create space. Doing those daring solo missions to push out the waves. Survive through the black.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
maybe
is under attack.
in bold.
Okay, he bought Demon End on Slamper, and he has 3,000 gold. See, after these couple of camps. He might need to stay for buyback though. They're so far behind.
Dire's bottom tower
Take it on.
is under attack.
Yes. 20 to 29, 44 minutes in, Vega Squadron holding a 20k gold lead. That has gone down quite a bit. MP turns around, throws out the stun. Lincoln's going to block out the stun, does have the reality rip, but there's the black hole to control once again with the ball of Ice Blast. Oracle is not going to do much to save his wave. Nevertheless, of MP. And it's just kites this poor guy. Like Chaos Knight is a hero killer, you know? He's not a farmer. He goes out there and kills things. And every single team fight, he's just locked down and kited around.
Chaos Knight's going for MKB too. Wow.
I mean, Viper, that is going to be the way to play it, right? Viper is the one to siege the high ground, so they have to have a threatening power again.
I suppose, but it's like Radiant structures he's not going to do damage. But I don't know, they can rely on Sniper, I think, for damage. He did go for MKB, no rapiers.
Shake it off, but it doesn't manage to get in Blinking. Echo Slam, they stopped by Night Shard. Now they get the Chrono Sphere to around. They caught Mid-One inside of it. It's going to be carried down, and he uses a buyback on the Chaos Knight, and there is no buyback on the Sniper. So Secret, this looks like this could be the end of them. I'm not sure how they could possibly do anything. I mean, the big ultimates are down from Vega Squadron. It's still like be a 4 versus 5 in their next team fight.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
That's what I have to say about this game.
That's
Radiant's
very
middle
apt
barracks has fallen.
That's for you to
Radiant's
that's
middle
for you
barracks
the words.
has fallen.
Throw it.
You want it.
Some flocka lane up here. Vega Squadron taking this game. Nice. How well did he get the Ice Blast over the top? MP gets his ultimate off. It's going to be able to take out one support. Echo Slam blocks down 2, but there's the black hole once again. Afterlife with yet another great performance. Locks down the carry. Die eventually gets the pressure off. Yeah, they're trying to finish him off before he can get off the second black hole. He will be successful in that regard. MP's bomb back. Doesn't have his ultimate, but maybe he can output the damage all by himself. No, he's not. Just gonna die. Slowly but surely, he's gonna die. And there you have it. Vega Squadron have wiped through Team Secret and taken game number 1 in this elimination match.
Afterlife played, I think, the best game of the tournament. That was really good to take performance. Also